Manatee County voters approved a $1 million increase in property taxes to help support area schools. Now the school superintendent, Dr. Diana Green, confirming she's a candidate for a position in another district. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live with more on the story tonight. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, she's a candidate for the superintendent position in Duval County, a district twice the size of Manatee, which includes the entire city of Jacksonville. For 5 years, Dr. Diana Green has been part of the Manatee School District. 3 of those years held at the top position. Linda Boone, who has been teaching in the district for more than 3 decades, says Green is doing a great job.
And I think she did a lot to mend some bridges and to make things better in the district for teachers and for students and parents, and made things a little bit more stable.
Manatee School Board Chair Scott Hope says the announcement is not that surprising that other districts are showing interest.
What she's accomplished with regards to academics, the district when she came to the district was a C district, it's now a B district. She has presided over and led the district through 2 tax referendums.
In a statement, Dr. Green saying, "I'm extremely grateful to be the superintendent in Manatee County. We have made meaningful strides forward academically and financially during the last 3 years, and our community has been very kind and generous in support of our efforts. My past connection to that area is one of the primary reasons I feel I should explore this potential path. If it leads me to stay here, I will be equally satisfied, and I will continue to give my all to our school district and community." Boone says either way, she's grateful for what Green has accomplished.
Now people tend to move more, and I think that moving from one district to another is not seen as a negative. It's seen as someone moving forward to a larger district, more responsibilities and that kind of thing.
And if given the opportunity to move forward, Hope says the board will work together to obtain leadership.
We have to compete. We're going to be on the front page, so to speak, for all candidates who we want to consider coming to Manatee County.
Now, we did get word from the Duval School District that they'll announce a list of candidates at a board meeting this coming Monday. And interviews for these candidates will be set up for May 11th. Reporting live in Bradenton, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. In Ocala, 1 student is injured and another is in custody after a shooting at a high school. School officials say both of the students involved in the shooting were teenage boys. The victim at Forest High School was shot in the ankle. He was taken to the hospital. His condition described as non-life-threatening.
Basically, in 3 minutes, engaged the shooter, took him into custody. Not only law enforcement, but our fire rescue, who came immediately as well. I commend also the school system for their protocols in place, because what they put in place saved lives today.
The shooting comes more than 2 months after the mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, which left 17 dead. It also marks the 20th school shooting just this year alone. Students from more than 2,500 schools nationwide protesting today as part of the National School Walkout against gun violence. At 10 o'clock this morning, students left class and held a moment of silence for school shooting victims. It comes on the day of the 1999 Columbine High School massacre in Colorado, where 2 gunmen killed 12 students and a teacher. 19 years ago, now a new generation is calling for change after that Parkland school shooting, which prompted renewed calls for tighter gun control.
So long as you're registered to vote and so long as you vote on these issues in November, that's all that matters here. Because if we don't, we can have all the walkouts we want, but if we don't walk into that ballot box and make our voices heard, these politicians aren't going to listen.
There hasn't been any major congressional action since the Parkland shooting, but some cities and states have tightened gun control, including here in Florida. Braden River High School's football program facing disciplinary action tonight for conducting illegal workouts prior to the start of spring football practice. The Florida High School Athletic Association and Manatee County School District investigated the allegations. The football program will now have to forfeit this spring season, and varsity football will be on administrative and restrictive probation through the end of next school year in 2019. The school will also have to find a new opponent for Immokalee High School, which it was supposed to play for its spring game, and the school blaming an administrative error for violating the state's off-season conditioning rules. The district athletic director telling ABC 7 that there was no willful intent to violate the rules. A follow-up now on a plan to build dozens of homes next to a busy horse farm in Venice. Wyndham Home Developments is asking the city council to rezone property along Auburn Road right next to Foxley Farms. The builders tried to move forward with the project last year but ran into stumbling blocks. Some neighbors are against the plan, especially Foxley Farms, which is one of the premier horse show locations in the country. The owners of the farm want the developers and anyone considering moving in next door to be aware that they do horse shows, and some of them can get loud.
People who move in there are going to be moving in next to an outdoor entertainment venue that has a lot of traffic and a lot of noise, and it's at night and not just during the day, and it's not just the weekends, it's during the week as well.
Venice City Council will be asked to vote on the rezone request in the next few months. Weekend is here. Let's get a check on our weather now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend. Not looking forward to the fog around tomorrow morning. The good thing is that there won't be a lot of traffic on the roads, considering a lot of people won't need to go to work. But it will be around again to start things off tomorrow morning. And it looks as though we could see it thick in some areas, mainly inland though. Again, the fog developing just before sunrise. It looks like, as I mentioned, inland areas getting the heaviest fog. As you go on the scale there, we're still looking at generally fair skies here, but the fog, it could be around just a short period of time, burning off and then moving off into the Gulf of Mexico. Obviously, the smoke was the big deal, but the combination of the fog and smoke kind of thickened things up a bit, extreme in some cases. 79 right now. We have sunshine. A beautiful sunset. You have the whole work. You had to work all week, and now you can enjoy a nice sunset tonight. Dew point is at 63. That number's still fairly high. Here's a look at the future cast now. Now, Saturday doesn't look to be too bad. We'll see some clouds around and some low clouds and some fog around 9 a.m. But notice how it kind of clears out of here a little bit, and you get these spotty showers. If we see any showers at all during the afternoon, we'll see low top showers, meaning they'll be brief, they'll move pretty quickly. It won't be a big rain out situation. The wind shouldn't be all that strong. But then notice this model really depicts a few isolated thunderstorms developing. That is not all that likely at this point. This model may be a little overdone due to the fact that the moisture in the upper levels of the atmosphere not there right now, and these storms need to build up to past 30,000 feet in order to generate that lightning. We'll have more in our forecast for Sunday, which has a better chance of rain, coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. The Democratic National Committee filing a lawsuit against multiple parties, including Russia, the Trump campaign, and WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange. The suit concerns WikiLeaks' 2016 publication of tens of thousands of hacked DNC emails just days before the Democratic National Convention. Those emails included messages disparaging Hillary Clinton's 2016 primary challenger, Bernie Sanders. The lawsuit alleges Russia worked with Trump advisors before the election to disseminate material from the DNC cyber attack. President Trump has maintained his campaign did not collude in Russia's election meddling. He has repeatedly referred to special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into the matter as a, quote, witch hunt. While Barbara Bush lies in repose at a Houston church tonight, the public is paying its respects to the former First Lady. Her invitation-only memorial service will be held tomorrow at St. Martin's Episcopal Church. Security will be tight since a number of high-profile figures are among the guests. Barbara Bush died Tuesday at the age of 92, married to one president and mother to another. Former Presidents Barack Obama and Bill Clinton will be there, along with former First Ladies Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton. Current First Lady Melania Trump will also attend, but President Trump will not. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, some encouraging news for jobs in the Sunshine State, where the Tampa Bay area ranks against the rest of Florida for job creation. Why SunTrust Bank is warning its clients tonight about a possible data breach.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
20 years ago, the moviegoers of Sarasota looked up at the silver screen and wanted something more. And they got exactly what they wanted. 20 years of some of the best independent films from around the world. The most iconic Hollywood stars walking the red carpet. The most glamorous parties in Southwest Florida. 20 years building up to the most exciting announcement in, well, 20 years at the Sarasota Film Festival, April 13th to the 22nd.
Get more for your money at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. And right now, you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $219 a month or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Set your course for a waterfront lifestyle on Florida's last private island. Discover one particular harbor by Margaritaville. Nearby sugar sand beaches are as easy to find as the warm Florida sunshine. Waterfront residences from the high 400s overlook beautiful Anna Maria Sound. And a new marina with direct access to the Gulf of Mexico. Plus, incredible savings on move-in-ready homes. Come tour designer models today. Visit ophmintousa.com now.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Thanks. Who are you?
I'm CashNetUSA.com. Man.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
The Tampa Bay area now ranks second in the state for job creation. That's according to newly released unemployment rates from March. Statewide, Florida businesses created more than 12,000 jobs. That keeps the state's unemployment rate just below 4% and below the national jobless rate as well. A warning for those who bank with SunTrust tonight. The company says accounts for 1.5 million clients could have been compromised following a potential case of data theft. The investigation into potential theft by a former employee is ongoing. Compromised information could include names, addresses, phone numbers, and account balances. Federal regulators will fine Wells Fargo $1 billion. The bank forced auto loan customers into car insurance they didn't need and charged unfair mortgage fees. The bank apologized for all that last year, but this fine would be the highest ever imposed by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and could reduce the banking giant's first quarter profit by about 20%.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and we're looking at a nice evening tonight. Temperatures will stay fairly warm tonight. We'll start off tomorrow morning with some fog around, a little bit of patchy fog. We showed you that earlier. It should burn off pretty quickly, though. By noon, temperatures warming up, upper 70s by then, and the humidity will be a little higher, too. You'll notice that. 3 o'clock, some clouds around. Now, there's a chance, it's very small, for a few showers, even at 3 o'clock. I think most of that will be low-top showers. They'll be very isolated, to say the least. And then 7 o'clock, rain chance jumps up a little bit, but not much. Some models depicting a little bit more rainfall. I think we'll get just a slight chance for showers. Well, it was dark last night. Apparently, this one is not working right now. That's the Van Wezel webcam. We'll check on that. Possible morning fog. These are the weather headlines. And then mainly late-day showers for Saturday. I think in the evening has a better chance as the front starts to work northward as a warm front. And then showers and storms late Sunday into Monday. The best chance will be Monday, and I think we'll see mainly rain showers. Not a lot of rough weather. I know we've got a lot of events taking place over the weekend. Things are looking okay, not terrible like we saw last weekend on Sunday with all that strong, heavy rainstorms around, and also Saturday was very windy as well. Well, here is Futurecast showing this frontal boundary just kind of hanging right over us, and with an east wind, it's going to increase our surface moisture, at least the surface. In the upper levels of the atmosphere is still relatively dry, and then 1 or 2 lone showers are possible popping up along the east coast. I mentioned this particular model is showing a little bit more action along that sea breeze, which will develop and keep temperatures right near the coast into the upper 70s. 70s there. Inland areas will warm into the mid-80s. And then we'll see those clouds kind of hanging around in advance of the next storm system, which will be moving through the lower Mississippi Valley on Sunday morning, causing some big storms there. But the main thrust of the low pressure area, and it's an upper level low, will stay to our north. We'll see the scattered showers here Sunday afternoon and evening. I think morning hours should be okay. We'll see some clouds around, maybe a few showers in the morning, but if we get any rain on Sunday, it will be, I think, late in the day and throughout the evening. Well, as far as that dry air is concerned, it's slowly exiting, though, to the southeast. This is the upper level moisture starting to come back in advance of that upper level low. Currently, it's nice out there, 79 and sunny, and the dew point 63, humidity at 58%. This is what it looked like this morning. Some fog around sent in from Sidney Desmond. This shot near I-75 and Clark Road. It was rather thick there, too, causing the problems with I-75 with the fog and the smoke. 80 degrees are high. Low was 60, close to average for this time of year. Temperatures currently right along the coastline, low to mid 70s there, upper 70s inland. Lake Sarasota 79, Laurel Oak at 78. Northport, you're at 84 degrees, and Plantation now at 82. Well, there is the low pressure center that brought all the heavy snowfall into the central Rockies up to 2 feet. This is going to eject to the southeast and will cause the rough weather to break out over the lower Mississippi Valley as we move through time. Futurecasts indicating some scattered showers tomorrow afternoon for us, and in the evening we'll see a little bit better chance, but even that's not all that great. Then here comes the better chance, and that happens on Monday as the actual front makes its way through and the low pressure center gets closer to us. So for boaters, looks to be okay. Winds out of the east at 15 knots. Switching around to the southwest at 10 knots later in the day, a moderate chop out there. The 7-day forecast, 20% only on Saturday, not a big deal. 50% chance on Sunday. That'll be mainly later in the day. And then a first alert weather day simply because we'll see a lot of rainfall on again and off again throughout the day with a good chance for showers and storms, mainly again in the morning and early afternoon there. The chance for thunderstorms is less than the chance for rain, only at 20%, and then it could linger into Tuesday morning as well. But then we clear out and turn drier through Wednesday and Friday of next week. Well, conditions were tough going on Monday and Tuesday with all sorts of advisories out there, but Wednesday things worked out quite well, and the fish were there to be caught. Here's more.
Finally, some sunshine and calm seas on this day as we made our way out into Sarasota Bay in search of some speckled sea trout. Captain Johnny was living up to his saying, taking his own daughter, Kelly, fishing. Started off slow.
Oh, look at that little pinfish.
It's like a minnow. It's like a minnow.
But these birthday girls would soon hook up bigger presents. But not before the captain shows them how it's done.
I just had to catch one to show the girls how to do it.
Johnny was using a worm on a jig head while the girls were using live shrimp as the pace started to pick up.
That's a nice trout, yeah.
Right. Nice one. Get a picture, Dad.
Like father, like daughter, Kelly hooks up using a bobber about 3 feet above the hook while drifting the grass flats.
I guess I taught my daughter well. She knows how to catch fish.
We had to try several spots before we started sliming them, and the nuisance cormorants and pinfish were in abundance on this day. It got a little crazy on the boat at one point as Sarah tried to bait her hook for the first time. And the last, I might add. You can keep 4 per person, and they have to be 15 to 20 inches long, and you can keep only 1 bigger than 20 inches. Sarah wraps things up with this gift on her birthday bash.
Playing around. Come on, let's get serious about this. This is a great fish. What a birthday fish.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey,
my God,
remember,
he is.
take your kid fishing because someday they may take you.
Sarah smiled, and she was smiling there. We had some great tasting fish, too. Here's a great tasting fish. I caught one of these about 30 years ago, about 90 miles offshore. This was 30 miles offshore, a blackfin tuna. Jennifer hauling this one in. Her husband was on board. Bill, he sent the photo in along with her father and her son. So that was a whole family affair. And Smoker King, this one just caught today. I believe Brian Marcy sending this photo in from Breakwater Charters, and Tony catching a first king, a memorable moment there. The kings are running too, by the way, around the artificial reefs, a slow troll, and you might catch one too this weekend. Captain Trey Dietz of Baywalker 2 taking these two out. And they also caught a kingfish, a little schooly there, but nonetheless, some fish being caught right now after some rough conditions earlier in the week. Things have calmed down considerably. There'll be a little bit of a chop out there, 2 to 3 foot seas, but kingfish like to have a little chop. If it's too calm, they see the wire and the hook and the bait and so on and so forth. And so with a little chop, it helps out.
Yeah, helps the angler
Yeah, helps the
Not
angler
the
and the fish. Smoke those kings.
Okay,
All right.
thanks, Bob. Let's get a check now on First Alert traffic on this Friday evening. The northbound lanes I-75. I'm sad to report a little slow tonight. You see some orange and yellow on the map. So it's not, stop and go, but it is a lot of traffic, people heading north. This is from Fruitville all the way north into Manatee County to State Road 70. Stay with us. Entertainment news is next.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings on new Ram trucks during the spring sales event. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get up to $12,400 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
My name is Stephen Jaffe. The law firm's name is Farmer Jaffe. One of the beautiful things about Julius is he's always smiling, and it becomes infectious. The fact that Julius has a disability has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of work that he's done. Just a great person you want on your staff.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks in ICU. He went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking a digital sales manager with at least 3 years experience in digital revenue development. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
Just days after he was nominated for a Billboard Music Award for Top Dance Electronic Album, the producer and DJ known as Avicii has died. His publicist announcing the 28-year-old, who was born Tim Bergling, was in Oman when he died. No cause of death was released. However, the DJ had retired from live performances in 2016, citing health problems. His hits include Levels, Wake Me Up, and You Make Me. Singer Ariana Grande is back in the spotlight with the release of her first song since a terrorist attack at one of her concerts last year. The 24-year-old posting her latest song, No Tears Left to Cry, on Instagram. Grande suspended her Dangerous Woman tour after the bombing killed 22 and injured more than 500 at Manchester Arena in May of last year. She returned for the One Love Manchester charity concert weeks later. Actress Natalie Portman says she will not be attending the awards ceremony to receive her Jewish Nobel Prize because of recent events in Israel. The actress was not specific about what events she's referring to. However, Israel has been criticized for its response to deadly mass protests on the Gaza-Israel border. The Genesis Foundation said it was very saddened by Portman's decision. Commonwealth leaders want Prince Charles to one day succeed his mother, Queen Elizabeth, as Britain's next leader. British Prime Minister Theresa May announcing that leaders agreed on the plan at a Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting this week in London. Queen Elizabeth II will celebrate her 92nd birthday on Saturday. She says it is her sincere wish that Charles one day become king. Queen Elizabeth is Britain's longest reigning monarch, and she still looks great. We'll be right back with more news.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been arrested in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is already working on your prosecution. It's time to work on your defense. So give us a call. We've got your back.